Good morning, one and all. So, dear students, last class we already discussed about the motion and created the equations, is it? So, next class we can be discussed about the what is the meaning of force and also laws of motion. So, what is the meaning of force? When we push or pull at any object, so that is the you can be called as a force. So, if you pull or push off any object, we can apply the some strength on its physical. So that is can be called as a force. So in this class we can be discuss about the what is the meaning of forces and what are the related of the laws of motion we can be discussing. So first one is introduction. What is the meaning of force? Objective means. So what are the objective of the forces? What is the meaning of balanced forces and also unbalanced forces? Laws of motions. There are the three Newton's laws of motion we can be seen. So first we can be discuss about the first law of motion in this session. First one is force. So look at the picture here. So here the man should be a knock the door, is it? So you apply some pressure on that door. So when you open the door, we have to push a door handle. When we want to close the door, we have to pull the door handle with our hand. So in our daily life also we can be seeing in the such example, is it? So if you pull the door or push the door, so we can be apply the sum of the force upon that one. This means that a moving body is just to either push it or pull it. So any object should be push or pull means it should be move a body either from the one side or another side. So in which direction it can be push or pull. So that should be also depend upon the force. So force is a push or pull on a body is called force. So see here it is also pushing that one. So like that we can be pulling is we can be come back to our places. So here also some gymnastics should be used. Their strength should be here. So like that here some women should be make exercises also. So this is the direction in which body is pushed or pulled. That is you can be called as a direction of force. In which direction you can be apply the force. That is you can be called as the direction of force. Force is used in our everyday action like so pushing. So when we pull the door or pushing the door. So like that, like lifting. So when we staircase we can be on stair. That is also we can be example to that one. And also stretching of the rubber band. That is also we can be give to the some example of the forces. So these are the forces we can be used to our daily life also. So in this chapter we should be learned about the some of the related concept like that. What is the meaning of balanced forces and unbalanced forces? So like that, what are the laws of motions here? First law of motion, second law of motion, and also third law of motion. First one is balanced forces. What is the meaning of balanced forces? So in the tug of war, so what happens? There is some 40 members are there here, also some 40 members are there. They will equally they have to the force apply on that one. Is it? So they will not move again. Is it? So that is you can be called as the balanced forces. It means if your body is pulled in the equal forces in opposite direction. Whatever I will apply to the force to this direction, that opposite direction is also applied to the same force. That is you can be called as the balanced forces. Whatever I have the mass, that much of the mass should be also equal to the left side also. So that is you can be called as the balanced forces. It means if your body is pulled with equal forces in the opposite direction. So this is the one direction means. So this is the another direction. So this type of the you can be called as the unbalanced forces. Such type of the force is called unbalanced forces. See here, so both are the same. They can be apply the force here. So tug of war can be called that one. So here also this is also example of that one. Next one is balanced forces. Some of the example in your daily life also. So see here, both are the same. 300 Newton force should be applied to the ear also. 300 Newton should be applied to these people also. Both are they can be tug the war should be either the side in the direction also. So like that, there is a sinking we can be called that one. So when we sink that one, it should be pull, and also when we it can be take down the current, it should be ring-like structures. So like that, equal in magnitude and opposite directions. The main characteristics of the balanced forces are it is equal in magnitude and also opposite in direction. They can be change the shape and size of the object. So for example, this is the example of the change of the shape and also size of the object. Do not cause any change in the state of the object. So this is the bad thing to take down. So that is the not change in the any object. So but it is a sum of the shape and size should be remains to unchanged. So these are the some of the example of the balanced forces. So for example, what are the characteristics of the balanced forces? So here, so these are the equal in magnitude and opposite direction. Secondly, they can be change the shape. Okay, they can be change the shape and size of the object. So this is the second example. Do not cause any change in the state of the object. So this is the third example of the balanced forces. An example of the balanced forces changing the shape of the body is the squeezing of the rubber balloon. So if you blow up the rubber balloon, what happens when the squeezing? So what happens? They will change their size and also shape also. When we press a rubber balloon between, put our hands. So then what happens? The shape of the balloon should be changes. So see the picture here. So here two equal forces. So the left hand and also right hand, whatever there. So we can be applied to the force. So though the balloon does not move, but its shape should be changes. See the shape of the balloon. So this is also one of the example of the balanced forces. Next one is unbalanced forces. Unbalanced forces means suppose I have used down 25 kgs. So the opposite direction should be having 10 kgs. So then it is regarded as what? Unbalanced forces. If one force is a greater, so in left side have a 10 kg or 10 Newton, in right side have a 20 Newton, 25 Newton, then what happens? There is some variation in the masses. So that is what we call as the unbalanced forces. If one of the forces is greater, the body will be accelerate in the direction of the greater forces. We have the greater means, suppose my side should be greater means, then it should be the force should be applied to my side only. So such a type of the force is termed as the unbalanced forces. See here, this is a picture for that one. So suppose one thin man and also one of the another should be a very big man. Then what happens? We should be like this. So suppose here it should be used as more forces, is it? So the man should be come to this side. So like that, this is we can be move upon the vehicle on the road. So these are the some of the example of the unbalanced forces. It means which one of the force is greater, the body will accelerate in the direction of the force. Such type of the forces we can be called as the unbalanced forces. Thus, only one unbalanced force can change the motion of the body. So unbalanced force means suppose the car should be moving. So then what happens? If you apply the brake, what happens? So they will change the direction also. So that's why the unbalanced forces always change the motion of the body. The acceleration resulting from the unbalanced forces becomes zero as soon as the unbalanced force is removed. So it means acceleration means the rate of change of displacement of the particle we can be called as the acceleration. It will be resulting from the unbalanced force become zero. When unbalanced force should be become a zero. So then as soon as the unbalanced force is removed. So both have there is a more forces here, 400 Newton here, but here the 300 Newton here. But it should be balanced on the zero. Then it should be unbalanced force is removed. What happens when some children try to push a box on the rough floor? So if the floor should be a rough, then what happens? So see in the picture here. So there is some sound should be produced, is it? So if they push the box with a small force, the box does not move because of the friction acting in the direction opposite to push. So if you apply the small force, what happens? It should be move only smoothly, is it? So if you apply the more force, then what happens? It should be move another direction. So such a friction is acting in the direction of opposite to push. When we push or pull any object, there will be some friction should be also act on that force also. This frictional force arises between two surfaces, between the bottom of the box and also floor surface. Whatever object is there, that object here we boxes, and also whatever the rough surface is there. So that is the main intention of these two forces act upon these forces. It balances the pushing the force, and therefore the box does not move. So it balances the pushing force means, so when we apply some force apply on that one, then frictional force is also they can act like that, then it should be moved. So never when the frictional force is not held to that one, so when we apply to the any force, they cannot be moved from the one place to another places. So if the children push the box harder, still the pushing force becomes bigger than the frictional force. There is unbalanced force, so the box not moving. So when we apply the more force on that one, so if the box is very harder, it means very mass is very big. So then if you are pushing the force bigger than the frictional force, there is unbalanced force, so the box should be started moving. When you pull or push any object, it should be greater than the frictional force. Then it should be box or any object should be started to moving. If an unbalanced force is applied to the object, there will be change either its speed or in the direction of the motion. So here some of the examples we can be given to this one. A car or train or any vehicle, if you can be applied to that some brake, you can be see the next examples. So here one question is arise. The resultant of balanced forces, non-zero, equal to 0, not equal to 0, equal to acceleration produced in the body. The resultant of balanced force is always, the correct answer is equal to 0. Next question. The acceleration in a body is due to, balanced force, mass, unbalanced force, electrostatic force. So it should be unbalanced force. So next concept we can come across, laws of motion. So this is the Newton's laws of motion. You can take out that one. So Newton is one of the famous scientists. He is the laws of motion first accompanied by the Isaac Newton in his philosophy, Naturalis Principia Mathematica. So this is one of the famous book he can be written by that one. So that is published in the 1687. Newton used these laws to explain and investigate the motion of the physical object and also systems. So these laws can be explained and investigated how can be the motion of the physical object and also system it can be discussed here. So see some pictures here. So three laws of motion you can be seen. So here the boatman should be used to the pole opposite direction. Then what happened now? Boat should be moved towards the end direction. So like that the football should be a kicker. The direction of ball should be like this. So here you can be seen in the some simple pendulum, whatever it can be used in the table. Some of the pendulum it can be used in the watches also, or it can be used in the wall clock also. The three laws of motion define the relationship between the object. So these three laws, whatever Newton's first law, second law, and three laws. So they the relationship between the force, mass, and also acceleration. Object, the force is acting upon it, and motion is created on the object by those forces. So there is a relationship between the how should be the force, mass, and acceleration should be related. All this they can be discussed in the Newton's laws of motion. So first one is first law of motion. So what is the meaning of first law of motion? So it is also called law of inertia. Law of inertia means when the object should be resting position. So until we can be apply the force, they cannot be move until we can be apply the force. So the first law of motion is stated as an object remains in a state of rest. Suppose one chair or any table is there, so it should be resting position. So rest or feels uniform motion in a straight line unless coupled with change the state by applying the force. An object remains in a state of rest or of a uniform motion of a straight line. So uniform motion of the straight line is, so this is the example to that one. Straight line unless coupled with change of state. So when we apply the some force, so suppose one vehicle should be moved, is it? So when we apply some brake, so then what happens? It should be change the speed. So that is also example of the Newton's first law of motion. So like that, it is also called the law of inertia also. All objects resist to change in their state of motion in a qualitative way. The tendency of undisturbed object to state of rest or keep moving to the same velocity is called inertia. So inertia means any object. So any object which in the rest position, when you apply some force, they should be also resistance. Is it? In a qualitative way, the tendency of undisturbed object to stay or rest or keep moving with the same velocity is called inertia. So those objects should be undisturbed. So there is no disturbance. So that is an undisturbed object. We can be called as the what? Resting position, or we can be called as the law of inertia. This is the moving into the same velocity is also called as the inertia. So see the example here. While we are traveling the motor car, we tend to remain at rest with respect to seat. So when we travel in the bus or any car, so we have to the respect to seat, we do not move, is it? So like that, until the driver apply the brake, stop the motor car. So when we apply the brake in the motor car, what happens? We can be skid, or we can be saying to the some displacement should be the either left side or it should be the right side. With the application of brake, the car slows down, but our body tends to continue the same state of motion because of its inertia. So when the moving car should be apply the brake, the car should be slowed down, is it? But our body tends to continue in the same state of motion because of its inertia. So when we travel in any car or any buses, our inertia should be also equal to that vehicles. So like that, the sudden application of brake may be thus cause injury or impact or collision into the panels of infrared. So when we moving in the bus or when we traveling in the buses, so suddenly apply the brake, what happens? We can be skid. So we can be move, come and back. Is it? So that is also one of the example of what that one. See, this is the example. So we can be used to such manner. So driver should be also used for the seat belt. It can be used to safety measure for that one. Safety belt exert a force on your body to make forward motion. So this is the reason for accidental prevent. So we can be used to this safety belt. We can be used to that one. So otherwise, when what happen, it should be accident should be occurred. So when a motor car makes a sharp turn, so in case turning should be very high or sharp turns, so what happen here? At a high speed, we tend to get it thrown one side. So see the picture here. So the car should be moving in a very fast, is it? So we tend to throw in a one side. This can be again explained the basis of the law of inertia. So this is also we can be called as the law of inertia. So see the picture. The car should be moving fast, but it should be suddenly it should be turnings. So then what happen? We can be change our position. So we tend to continue in our straight line motion. Suppose we can be moving on straight line. Then what happens when we unbalanced force is applied to the engine to change the direction of motion of the motor car. So if you change the direction of the motor car, what happens? We can be apply the brake. So it is one of the common sense, is it? But we slip one side of the due to inertia of our body. So our body should be adjusted to the speed of the vehicle. When we apply the brake, then what happens? Our body should be also some disturbance system we can be seen. The mass of an object is measured by in its inertia. So we can measure the mass of the object by what? Inertia. The SI unit is called as the kg. The body can greater mass as a greater inertia. So see the picture here. If R or any truck is there, so when the mass should be very high, then the inertia should be also very high. A force that is just enough to cause a small car to pick up a large velocity which can produce a negligible change in the motion of train. So only a force that is just enough. So in the train should be travel means, so when we apply the sum of the force, so suddenly what happens when we apply the brake, so maybe on 3 or 4 kilometers they can be go, then it should be resting position, is it? So like it causes a small car should be pick up a large velocity, is it is a negligible change in the motion of the train. So there is not it is a negligible change in the motion. It means only small in the speed should be variation. So this is because in comparison to the car and in a train, much lesser tendency to change its state of motion. So if you compare the car or train, so if you apply the sum of the brake in the train or car, it can be controlled. So there is no change in the speed or can be change in the inertia of the vehicle. So next question. The physical quantity which is measure of the inertia. So inertia should be also can be measured by the density, weight, force and also mass. So the physical quantity which can be measured by the inertia means it should be mass. So inertia should be also depend upon the mass. Yes, correct answer should be mass. So second question. Name the property of the matter due to which the box continues in its state of rest or uniform motion unless an external force acts on it. So it is also